what is something that you do not look forward to during the holiday season?
Going back to work.
I heard not going back to work. What did colonoscopy is not something you look forward to at Christmas.
That's a shitty
Making
suggestion.
beds.
Do you make beds more at Christmas?
Yeah.
Okay. Making beds at Christmas. Thank you all for coming to my TED Talk on the history of bed making during the holidays. The tradition of making beds starts back in Holland in the 1600s, when the first beds weren't quite a thing. See, the original beds were made of stone, and so you would move the stones into the various positions. You would have one underneath your heels, one underneath your knees, and then you would prop up your head at almost a 75-degree angle, not very comfortable. And then according to history, we move over to China, where the next evolution in the holiday bed-making tradition transpires. And so we can see in this next slide that the monks themselves, as the Tibetan monks would practice their martial arts, and they would hover their leg over the ones that slept. And so this was a practice for both of them, both as the master, who could stand here for hours upon hours with frozen, completely frozen in place. But we still haven't really fixed the problem of the bed. They were still lying on the ground, and it's just uncomfortable. So next we fly on over to Zimbabwe for our next evolution in beds. And so we can see in our next slide that beds began to evolve into human beings being the beds for each other. When it's your turn to sleep, I lie on all fours so that you can lay on me. And when you need to flip to the hot side, then turn over and there's the hot side, and flip over and there's the cold side. We still haven't gotten to the best part of it. And for that, we fly on over to France once more. In France, we have a revolutionary turn in the evolution of holiday bed making. You see, only in France do we discover the Eiffel Tower bed-making holiday tradition. I love this slide personally. And we see that the French have a very unique way of arranging their bed sheets so that you can actually envision the Eiffel Tower. And this became known as the hospital corners that you see today. And for our final evolution, we go back to the United States, where our final phase of holiday bed-making tradition occurs. And so we can see that in the United States, we just don't sleep. Our dream demons have the ability to tease us and mock us while we wish for sleep. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to our TED Talk.